Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. So this morning we already talked about Bitcoin. Okay, still holding up pretty well at in between $30,000 and $31,000. Now, a couple of minutes ago, I actually did film that video, and now a couple minutes later, right, literally 20 minutes later, Bitcoin is now back up at $31,000. Just holding at $31,000. Okay, so right now, okay, Bitcoin is still holding up very well in my opinion, right? If we just really zoom out, if we go to the daily time frame, you guys can just clearly see, right, that Bitcoin is still holding up very, very well. Okay, we know a couple of days ago, okay, we saw Bitcoin break out from this, I want to say this downtrend, right? Bitcoin was in fact forming a very, very slow downtrend for the past few weeks. Okay, we know that, and clearly you guys can clearly see Bitcoin did in fact break out of it, right? So this is absolutely amazing to see for Bitcoin. Bitcoin may be boring right now, right? It is in fact consolidating right now. At this level, it's a pretty strong, heavy resistance line right now for Bitcoin, right? But if you just really zoom out, you guys have to understand, overall, Bitcoin is still holding up very, very well. It has, in fact, been, performing absolutely amazing, okay, all of 2023. This year has for sure been a recovery year, for Bitcoin. But in this video, guys, I really want to talk about $32,000 for Bitcoin, because I told you guys many times that we need to see Bitcoin break or even touch $32,000 for us to see another rally, or per se another leg up for Bitcoin, right? We need to see that happen. Okay, we need to obviously break this very heavy resistance line of pretty much $31,000. Okay, and once it actually touches 32K, which is going to be history, because that's obviously going to create a new high for Bitcoin for this year in 2023, because we haven't actually seen Bitcoin touch $32,000 this year just yet, right? So obviously its new high is obviously $31,000. That's Bitcoin's previous highs right now for this year. Okay, but we need to see it reach $32,000. So it's very crucial, right? Very crucial for us to see Bitcoin touch 32,000, because I really do believe once we actually hit 32K, we're going to see Bitcoin continue to rally up to $35,000. Okay, I've been showing you guys many times for the past few days, and of course few weeks, few months, that a lot of people are in fact predicting that $35,000, and not just 35K, $38,000, $40,000, even $45,000 is a very strong price target for Bitcoin to hit short term, right, in the next upcoming few months. So for all my Bitcoin holders out there that are in fact watching this video, be excited for that. But yes, 32K, okay, is the level to break for Bitcoin. Once we see that, we're going to see another leg up, like what we have in fact been seeing all of 2023 for Bitcoin, right? We have in fact been seeing a lot of rallies up for Bitcoin. You guys can clearly see that, right? So I think once we actually break 32K, we're going to see another rally up, and Bitcoin will just continue to pump on from there. Okay, now we know the market today is not really moving. You guys can clearly see that for the past 24 hours. Bitcoin and Ethereum are not moving. Other altcoins are not really moving as well, right? Dogecoin is slightly pumping, same with Solana, but overall, okay, majority of altcoins in the market are not really moving today. So that's that. Now, I already showed you guys this in my previous video, and it just shows you guys pretty much very, very simple, right? Where will Bitcoin be heading? Because for the past almost 2 weeks now, for the past 12 days, 12 days, we have been seeing Bitcoin, in between this resistance line and this support level for the past, almost 2 weeks, right? Bitcoin has not been moving at all. It's been pretty much consolidating, moving on its side. So where is Bitcoin going to be heading next, right? Is it going to be heading up to, $31,000, or is it going to be heading down, right, to $29,000 or lower? Where will Bitcoin go? And I told you guys many times that it really all depends. But personally, I think we will potentially see Bitcoin pump, right? Bitcoin is still holding pretty strong in my opinion, okay, and I think it's going to hold up very well at $31,000 and of course $30,000, and I really do believe the next target for Bitcoin to reach is $32,000. Okay, so I think it's all ups from here, guys, right? If we do in fact see a correction, it's not going to be anything too major, right? So in my opinion, I think it's all ups from here, guys. Now here's another chart that I have to show you guys. This chart literally just came out a few hours ago, actually, literally like 2 hours ago. So I want to show you guys it, and it just shows you guys, right, that we are in fact in a heavy resistance line right now, which is pretty much, 30K, right? 30K, and I would say, $31,000 as well, right? Because we did in fact see Bitcoin, touch above $31,000 a fair few times, right around like 4 to 5 times, and then once we see it reach 31K, it will drop back down to 30K, right? So we are in fact in a very heavy resistance line right now, but I do believe Bitcoin will break towards this resistance line. It's going to reach 32, 33, 35, 38. And of course, the next target resistance is potentially $40,000. Now, that is very, very possible as well. A lot of people are in fact predicting Bitcoin's going to reach 35K, 38K, right? Even $40,000, $45,000 even. So, everyone's different. Personally, yes, 35K is very possible. $38,000 is very possible. $40,000, yes, that is very, very possible as well short term for Bitcoin. 50K is very possible as well for Bitcoin towards the end of this year in 2023. I really do see a 50K Bitcoin. Okay, I do in fact see Bitcoin reaching back up to $50,000. It's been quite some time since we have seen Bitcoin at 50K, but once it does, right, it's going to be history. You know what I mean? So I really do believe and see Bitcoin reaching back up at $50,000 towards the end of this year in 2023. So I really do still stick with that. Bitcoin is obviously still holding up very well. Okay, and we're still, pretty much more than halfway through the year. It's the new month, July. So time will tell, we will see. But I reckon July is going to be a great month for Bitcoin, right? We all know that. And I'm going to get to that. But here's another chart that I want to show you guys. Okay, Bitcoin right now is obviously consolidating, okay, and this is obviously the resistance line, $31,000. It's a very, very strong resistance line for Bitcoin, okay, and I said many times, once we actually break out of it, and once we actually see Bitcoin reach $32,000 right up here, it's going to be absolutely amazing. I think that's when we will really see the next leg up for Bitcoin, right? Now, here's something that could actually happen for Bitcoin. Since this is in fact a very, very strong resistance line at $31,000. Yes, okay, we could potentially see Bitcoin pump to 35K, like I said, okay, $35,000 as shown right there. And okay, it could potentially have a correction and then it'll pump right to around $49,000, but it could potentially drop all the way back down to 31K since it is in fact a very strong resistance line. And you guys can clearly see many times that Bitcoin has in fact been touching this level of $31,000. You guys can clearly see that, right? A couple months ago, even last year in 2021, 2022 even, right? You guys can clearly see that. So we could potentially see Bitcoin have a massive correction back down to $31,000, right? But I doubt that will in fact happen. But something like this could actually happen, right? We will never know, guys. But I don't think, okay, once we are back up at 49K, I don't think we will in fact see Bitcoin, drop back down to, $31,000. But it could happen, right? Or maybe when Bitcoin is pumping to $35,000, it could potentially drop back down to $31,000, right? Who knows? We will see. But something similar like this will happen for Bitcoin. But just know, okay, long term, it's all going up from here, right? We know the halving is about to happen for Bitcoin. Some exciting times. I know you guys are excited. I'm obviously excited. I talk about this many, many times. So we know exactly what's going to happen with Bitcoin once the halving happens, right? Once the halving happens, Bitcoin's obviously going to skyrocket. Not just Bitcoin, but altcoins are going to skyrocket as well. Now, here's one more chart that I want to show you guys in this video. Pretty much showing you guys that, yes, this is in fact a very strong resistance line right here. And once we actually break out of it, this rally will in fact continue up for Bitcoin, right? So we have already hit bottom, we know that. Okay, and it's showing like a little curve. Okay, it's obviously creating a new pattern up to the upside. It's obviously, breaking out from its bottom and from this falling wedge that we have been seeing all of 2022. Okay, who remembers, right? 2022 was a terrible year for Bitcoin and crypto. So much was going on, and I really, truly do believe that was one of the worst bear markets ever, right? So that's that, but we are in fact slowly recovering. Okay, we all know that, so that's absolutely amazing to see for Bitcoin. Now, to end this video off, give you guys a little update on the Bitcoin monthly returns. 1.3%, so it's gone down slightly since Bitcoin is obviously slightly dropping as well. So this is obviously, the Bitcoin monthly returns is obviously dropping as well, but still holding up pretty strong. We're still in the greens. Okay, we're still early into this month, And like I said many times, right, I really do believe this month in July, okay, Bitcoin's going to perform very well, just like in previous years. You guys can clearly see that for Bitcoin, right, in July. Usually July, Bitcoin does perform amazing. Okay, so I'm expecting, this month for this year in 2023, July, to perform amazing as well. And I really do believe this month we will in fact see Bitcoin reaching $35,000 or even $38,000. So that's just what I'm sticking with. Okay, I told you guys that in yesterday's video, so that's that. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Give thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. We are on the road to 3,000 subscribers. So if you guys have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. Okay, I make videos daily on Bitcoin and crypto. So if you guys are in fact crypto investors and even traders just like myself, please consider subscribing. Let's make that money together. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a blessed day, guys.